I'm starting to be really annoyed. This club is just inevitable against these smaller sides in LaLiga. No matter how they start, no matter how they finish, no matter how they play in the middle, in the flipping end, start, it just doesn't matter. Barcelona will somehow find a way, especially in La Liga, to just win the game. Mallorca, Barcelona finishes 3-0 for Barca. Bernal with the 83rd minute finish to finish off the game fully. Good finish in my opinion. He took it around the player, of course. But yeah, the first goal, I mean, just how? Second goal, wow. You know? But that first half, I was a bit, I had some hope. My team is taking the fucking piss in these La Liga matches. Struggling against Rayo. Struggling against anybody that plays any sort of normal performance and football in this La Liga table. Honestly, Real Madrid can struggle even against Albacete, as we have seen. You know, it's just so fucking tiring. I'm just tired. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Because if Barcelona doesn't play a side that has at least 5 players that you can class as really good players, yeah? For example, the clubs like Real Sociedad and these men that can actually do something, I am not even going to be watching the game now. I just don't care. Barcelona, first 30 minutes before they scored that goal, they really weren't that great. Even the first half, I wouldn't say you were the best, but of course, after you scored that first goal, you were much, much better. The start was like really poor, especially from the midfield. Mallorca was more on the ball, they were getting some chances, you know. More on the ball is a bit crazy, to be honest. I'm not gonna be shameless like that. But they were getting some chances, you know. What's this guy's name? Virgili was getting he was getting the best out of Koundé. Once again, Koundé, he's ass. Koundé is just awful. He was getting cooked by Virgili. He was creating chances. But once again, it's the same story as I'm going to talk about later. Marcus Rashford, Virgili, you create this and that, you beat your man, but you have no end product. You have literally no end product. And this is what hurt Mallorca today. They had some chances. They had some decent chances even in the second half. But especially that Muriqi chance in that first half in the 70th minute, which maybe it was offside. I couldn't really remember. But that like slicing ball towards the other side, and Muriqi just missed the goal. And yeah, other than some easy saves for Juan Garcia, they didn't have too many chances. And then, of course, Rashford, with, I think, one of his best performances. He was cooking today. Not really too much end product without, you know, the flipping, like, that first goal is supposed to be Rashford's assist, in my opinion, yeah? Dani Olmo, man of the match, 2 assists. He basically got 0 assists, and like, he played okay. Yeah, my man of the match, which Lamine Yamal was given, which I just don't understand. How is Lamine Yamal a man of the match for this game? Yeah, voted by some La Liga fucking... I just don't get it. In my opinion, Rashford was better today, yeah? I don't care about goals and this and that. I actually watched the game. Rashford was inevitable. The same goes for Barcelona, as I said before. Rashford today, they were triple teaming Lamine Yamal. And Lamine Yamal, yes, he had a quiet game even though he scored that goal. But it left space open for the overlap, for Balde, or Rashford, who was doing this all game. Just go with the ball, cut in, shoot. Go with the ball, cut in, and then pass it to Balde. Such an easy opportunity for Barcelona, and they were abusing it. Because why not? Mallorca were giving them the space. Rashford was smart enough to notice, and I think Rashford won the game for Barcelona today. Without that first goal, I think Mallorca is getting something in that first half. Of course, second half could have been much closer. It could have maybe finished 2-1. I'm not saying Mallorca would get a draw or, of course, win. But Barcelona would have had it tough without Rashford today. Definitely. That first goal, yes, you need luck. You know, in football, you need luck. But that's crazy. Like, come on, bro. That is crazy work. The ball bounces off. Olmo bounces off. And the way it bounced off, it just makes Lewandowski onside. And if it touched just the Oviedo player of that Rashford shot, it was offside. But the way it did, bounce off the defender first, then Olmo, it made Lewandowski just onside, and Lewandowski, composed finish, I'm gonna be fair, really good composure, definitely not offside, and it's 1-0. And yeah, Barcelona became much better. They started to keep the ball more, and they just created more chances. But once again, as I'm saying, the same goes for Rashford. More chances, just no product. They can't score when it comes to actually performing in the first half, in my opinion. You are much better in the second half. You can maybe prove me wrong, but in the first half, it always seems like you have something against scoring, like you're allergic to scoring. Yeah, we are genuinely the same with Madrid. We can get any chance in some games and score 0 goals in the first half, and then get some I don't know, like Mbappe goal from 30 yards, like Lamine Yamal did today. That's my point. I think Barcelona was much better after that first goal, and Mallorca, they were just out of it. I think they just thought, yeah, we are away at Barcelona. We conceded that first goal. It is early, 29th minute is early, and yeah, they just went into defensive mode. Unfortunately for Mallorca, I think they could have gotten way more out of this game. And we are going into the second half, and Barcelona, I think they just controlled the game. They controlled the game fully, but once again, I think this midfield of Olmo and Fermin actually got bought out by Rashford today. If Rashford didn't have a great game today, it could have been a really bad look on this midfield. Especially, Fermin, Lopez, and Casado, they just don't work together with Olmo as well. That first half, as I was saying, it just didn't work well. And in the second half, they really don't do much. Fermin Lopez without the assist really didn't do much. And Casado, I don't know, other than some back passes and some receives of the ball, I don't know, he just wasn't great. I think this midfield is just not good enough at all. But of course, you didn't have flipping, what's his name, Pedri and Frankie de Jong for this game. Frankie was on the bench, and Pedri is still injured, of course. Now, second half, even though Lamine Yamal was quiet, he scores that goal. Awful marking by the Mallorca squad, honestly. But before that, that was the penalty, the decision not given, of course. I mean, if you think this is a penalty, like, he basically, clips him like this, bro. Basically clips him like this, bro. He cuddled him. And Lamine Yamal, I mean, you were taught by Robben, bro. This guy dived into the ocean head first, bro. Like, come on. There is clear contact, yes. But is it soft? 100%. It's too soft. If that's a penalty, I don't want to see this given as a penalty. Yeah? Lamine Yamal got his goal either way. So no problem there. Even though he had a quiet game, he got that goal. In my opinion, that's just not a penalty. You can say whatever you want. I know Barcelona fans are going to be crying. Cry more, please. I just don't care. If this was Vinicius Jr. or Mbappe, we would be saying, hey man, they're diving, they're disgusting, you know. I just don't care with Barcelona fans. There is so many double standards going on. I can be objective. I think if Vinny did this, I think it's too soft, and people would be talking about once again that Madrid are cheaters and that we are divers. But whatever, you know, Madrid and Barcelona, hey man, whatever. What can you do, really? I think actually Lewandowski did great in this game as well. Apart from to his standard this season, to his standard, he took the goal well. He got substituted in the 78th minute. He didn't really do anything wrong. I think Leva had a quietly good game. Rashford was my man of the match as well, and Olmo did great. Apart from the 2 assists, I think he had the most time on the ball. He created the most chances as well. You can see here, which is kind of surprising. I still thought it was gonna be Lamine Yamal, but I am interested to see in that first half. They had 2 big chances, 1 big chance against Mallorca, and in the second half, it's much more. Yeah, Mallorca just went quiet. Mallorca just went quiet. As I said, I think the first goal really finished them off, which was surprising to me. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that they were gonna do much better, and they looked like in the first 15 to 20 minutes, they looked like they wanted to play at Barcelona. Once again, I get it. You can see that goal. It's tough. Lamine Yamal, what a finish in the 61st minute. The marking, as I said before, was atrocious, and Barcelona just get it done easily. I think Mallorca had one like half chance where Juan Garcia made a pretty good save, and then Bernal cuts it in, finishes that defender. Honestly, some of these players, like for example Samu Costa and these guys, how is he on a 7.0? I watched him with my eyes. He's terrible. How does Muriqi have 15 goals in LaLiga? Terrible player. Terrible players in this game, especially this fucking bum. Maffeo, hold it. Yeah, you got beat down. That's the only player I'm gonna celebrate anything about Barcelona. Maffeo can hold this 3-0 by Barca. Fucking bum. And yeah, Bernal gets it done. Flick, once again, his substitutions always prove to be the right decision. Flick, I think he had a bad decision in this midfield because he let Casado, Fermin, and Olmo be a little bit too free. They should have been more disciplined in the midfield, especially in those first 20 minutes, as I said before. But he substituted the right players. He definitely changed something in the second half, and you won this game 3-0. What do I say? We are 4 points behind Barcelona currently, and we have Valencia today. I am going to be seeing you tomorrow for that watch-along. Fair play to Barcelona. And yeah, Mallorca. You maybe could have gotten something out of this game. I still think Mallorca did something in those first 17 minutes to justify my feeling that they were not that bad. They were not that bad. But fair play to Barcelona. Even Lamine Yamal being trashed today, in my opinion, for his standard. Yeah, he got that goal. And Bernal, first goal for Barcelona as well. Fair play. I will see you tomorrow for the Valencia game. Hope you enjoyed this reaction and this match analysis. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.